Hi all, Sylvester here, and welcome to today's episode of Sylvester's Toy Shelf. For the Cyberverse line, I already looked at a simple, gimmicky big dude and a well-rounded toy, which gimmick wasn't that intrusive. Now, let's look at a new released figure that is supposed to be aimed mostly at older kids and collectors that mostly want articulation and details from their toys. This time I'm going to dip into the Cyberverse line with the Transformers Cyberverse Bumblebee Adventures Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. This toy was released in 2019 in the Deluxe Class in the Transformers Cyberverse Bumblebee Adventures line. The figure stands around 13 centimeters tall. It's pretty show accurate. Do I need to explain the personality or history of Optimus Prime? Like, I think the whole planet knows about the great heroic Autobot, most powerful leader, the mascot and second best-selling toy from Hasbro Incorporated. And it's the same thing with Cyberverse Optimus. Like really, I was trying to think of some funny description of Optimus, but no matter what I wrote, it simply felt I was reading off the TF Wiki description. And that's because this Prime, like most of the Cyberverse characters, run off the evergreen designs, which are supposed to be a simple mix of all the memorable traits, while giving off a market-friendly feel that Hasbro can forever market on crayons, mags, and other general store stuff. The mold has simple details, but it works well. Here's all the needed details to be Optimus. Shoulder smokestacks? Check. Window tits? Check. Grill dad bod? Check. Mask on a face? Check. And bam, he's prime and ready to be sold on a box of cereal that are mostly sugar. But that's just the surface, since if you look at the details on the inside, you can say that he's more than meets the eye. The best sculpted details on this toy are on the inside. You simply need to move up this chest panel. You get a pretty nicely sculpted matrix that has a 5mm port in it. But let's leave that detail for later. No joke, when I got this toy, I didn't expect a trash baby toy to share the same thing that's advertised on a big seller 40-pound Transformer fig. The mold is also pretty nice and show accurate. Like, I don't see any inaccuracies in the mold. I think he's only missing some yellow on his arms in like those small arrow sections. And the only keyble he has that really gets into the way is this small flap on his arm. But really, it's a small issue that even the Siege toy couldn't avoid. And you can like pretend and flip it up to get some wacky space brass knuckle. Now let's get to the accessories. Prime comes with his blaster gun and 2 effect pieces. The blaster is your basic Optimus Ion Blaster, but sadly due to the small tab, he can't fully hold it in his hand. But that's an issue that even G1 Prime couldn't escape from. In the box, the effect pieces are combined as this long blue one, but you can split it into 2 smaller pieces. You get this blue blast that reminds me of like a Shoryuken fire effect, and this long crystal piece that looks like something from Power Rangers. By the way, the box calls this piece Matrix Mega Shot, since the intention is to put into the Matrix on the 5mm port. Not gonna lie, this looks pretty awesome. Oh yeah, also I forgot, Optimus comes with a hand. Yeah, Cyberverse Deluxes have this weird bath gimmick where each toy comes with a piece of macadams. I don't have anything to say here since it's just a hand with a wrist rotation. And that segues us to talk about Optimus's head is mounted on a ball joint. And since it has an open back, he can move pretty far up. His arms can move back and forward. They are also mounted on a ball joint. They can move out and in, bend in the elbow, rotate in the elbow. Hand is on a ball joint, legs are mounted on a ball joint, rotation the thigh, knee, foot, tail. Also you can treat this step of transformation as some sort of a up crunch. That's pretty cool. Damn, I was really impressed by Clobber when she had elbows, and now we have Prime here pulling off a bunch of movement options. his more stylized design, he looks really good in a lot of poses. Now let's compare this Optimus with Generations Legion class Optimus, Classics Deluxe class Prime, Airfry's Optimus Prime, and my boy Magazine Bumblebee. Also, let's get a pic with all of them in line. Okay, now let's get into transformation. It's your simple, plain as bread Optimus where he crumbles all of his top body into the cab, while the legs become the back wheels. And he turns into a pretty superb classic red and blue truck. I don't have that much to say, except it doesn't have a fake grill chest! The part that becomes Optimus' chest actually becomes the grill! Like, the only fake part are those two headlights that need to move down, but other than that, it's the same piece. Even that son of a bitch Airfry's Prime can't do that since he needs to pull off some wacky mambo jambo where he compresses all of his front bumper into his inner guts. Wow! Also, Prime has 500 ports on his back for his alt mode to mount in effect pieces to give him like a nitro boost, and also 2 3mm ports so he can mount on the explosion effects. But now, here comes the elephant in the room. Plastic quality. The first time I transformed him and I tried to untransform his legs, those two tabs that lock them in place are so tight, it makes untransforming his legs scary. Not gonna lie, I didn't expect to be so positively surprised with this toy. Articulation is really good, details are superb, compatibility with effect pieces is always nice. A weapon storage is also always a good thing, since that simply means there is less trash to jumble around foil baggies. This toy is really good. Like, with every Cyberverse review, I'm getting better and better toys. The figure itself is really nice and worth the price. Additional effect piece is also really nice looking, it's also useful. And I kinda want to build macadams now. Like, really, my only issue is the plastic quality. In some perfect universe, some weird Chinese company would KO this mold with some higher quality materials. But other than that, I would 100% recommend this toy. Thank you for watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my social media, and don't forget, Cyberverse was really cheated and I really hope it will get like some continuation material. Never mind. Bye!